Aloha, everyone, and welcome to this activation for the Eclipse portal, the Amethyst ray. And I want to offer you just a hearty welcome and welcoming you to this ray. I was guided to make my background a beautiful bedrock of the amethyst crystal for you all to start to get into the magic of this frequency. And I wanted to just share a little bit of background, a little bit of a code drop on this frequency, what has been coming through. Basically, how are these rays of color coming through to support us for these magnanimous times of a quantum reset, a whole quantum timeline jump opportunity offered through this eclipse portal? As such, this is going to be one of the most intense eclipse cycles that we have had in a very long time. So many of you have probably been feeling inklings, activations, invitations, all about change. And eclipses are vast portals of change. Sometimes they say the mantra is expect the unexpected, but there's an element of creation here and co-creation as well with the cosmos, with the universe, with Father, Mother, God. So the last few months, the purple ray has been coming through in my experience through flowers or friends sharing Andara pictures and all kinds of random ways of coming into my experience. And I've been working with the purple ray, just violet fire, letting that kind of circulate and percolate through my consciousness. And then a few weeks into it, maybe about a month into working with the purple ray and receiving a lot of insight about the royalty codes, the divine Christed royalty associated with the color purple, and the invitation to take the purple ray and our own previous ideas of what royalty means, looking at this from more of a Christed and a galactic expanded out viewpoint of what divine royalty or the divine sovereign truly is. And it's an invitation to deprogram more of the patriarchal programming and the matrix programming that we see in the material world of what royal has been historically, at least the last several thousand years for us as a human species. And so it's really a beautiful frequency with this royal purple. So when that started to unpack from my consciousness, then I was shown, actually, this is the amethyst ray. And I was just blown away. It connected a lot for me. Amethyst crystals were actually the first crystals I ever had as a little girl and was always super drawn, as a little galactic child to the crystal realm. So it's very interesting now to kind of look back and see, there's always little keys and codes along the way to kind of support our unlocking, to support our sacred remembering on the journey. And here we are at the amethyst ray. So it's just a beautiful invitation for a graduation and to step into whole new physical expressions of being, whether that's creatively, whether that's professionally, using our voice, speaking our truth. There's a lot of amazing initiation that consistently is coming in for us, and it can be very challenging to the human aspects of us. And so we've got this beautiful purple amethyst ray coming in here with that violet holy fire to support us in this purification process. And it's so important. They want me to stress that when we talk about purification, it's not that there's anything inherently wrong or we're doing anything wrong or we need to be fixed. They really want to stress that that's a notion that we can just let go of, and really owning the divine perfection, the patterns of perfection that is our own organic installation in our DNA. This is just about uncovering, about resurrecting. So it's all so incredible. All these codes coming in with such amazing times. We had the Ostara Gateway and Easter, all of that incredible resurrection energy. And this year is really all about that. More revelation, more resurrection of what do we hold as sacred, what is true for us. And with this eclipse, it is bringing that element of the value system and trusting our guidance, trusting our desires, trusting into that which is highest aligned, that we can feel that the sacred desires of what we wish our life to look like, feel like, taste like, smell like, the quality of people that we are surrounded by, community and tribe, perhaps a sacred vocation being where our energy goes most pointedly, focused like a laser now in a sacred calling or a divine purpose. or really just going with that soul inkling of, this is my yes, this is the strongest yes that I'm receiving that makes me feel so alive. It's really starting to trust these inklings are coming from the inside, from deep within the higher realms, within the sacred heart, from the soul. And so the amethyst ray is all about supporting us in trusting with massive courage and purity these callings of the soul. So this Mastery Empowerment course is a very unique creation. I was guided to do an entirely different protocol this time. So we actually have 2 activations to work with this eclipse portal. One, to begin, before working with the amethyst ray, actually working with the gold Christed Sophia ray. So this is a Sophia cosmic Christ. The Lyran beings are here. This actually started to come through for me first before the amethyst ray was actually working with this wonderful Andaran being here that is the heart of Regulus. It has revealed its name, the heart of Regulus, the heart of Leo, the lion. So it's beautiful, courageous energy, these soft golden tones and, you know, pearlescence and iridescence. And I'm going to give you a visual of that here for my background now, because I wanted to show both. So we start, the first activation is actually with this Christed golden ray to support our light bodies, glandular systems, which are really one and the same, to integrate higher and higher levels of light. This is kind of tying in this cosmic weather, the solar weather, the amounts of radiation that we have been receiving from the solar plasma influxes as of late, and will continue. We are in solar maximum. You can look at space weather to learn more about that. There's solar ham, or Google the KP index online, and you can start to track the magnetics and seeing what's going on with the space weather, because we are definitely feeling that these upgrades are coming deep from within. And so the gold has to be the first piece in order for us to clear, because as we are upgrading, we're clearing out all of the emotions that we have had before and those that are coming up in the moment to be cleared. We're clearing on behalf of entire collectives, genetic ancestry, and so much of our own, and it's all connected. So that's a lot of clearing for our glandular system. That's a lot of movement of energy and purging and purification of the body temple through energetics. So the gold is extremely powerful, working with this gold ray. And we're going to do a beautiful activation that's working with the golden robes to purify the glandular system. We're going to be working gland by gland and unlocking some of the sacred key codes of the glandular system. So that's part 1. And then part 2 is the activation with the amethyst ray, which is going to be so exciting as well. We're bringing in golden dragons, the golden phoenix, and these have shown to be totem soul development and guidance, wisdom keepers, guides to be with us all year long as more of the old paradigm continues to dismantle and it gets consistently blurry in the outer worlds. As the 3D matrix is going through its birth process, so are we. And so many of us can feel kind of maybe in that 4th dimension. We're getting ready, exiting the matrix slowly. We're working through all of our things. And so these gold and amethyst rays have come through to support this process and to support ourselves and allowing ourselves to trust our own sacred royal preciousness here as a being, a light being here on this beautiful planet in a very magical time of transition, honoring that for each one of us that received a physical body temple, there are hundreds of thousands of souls who did not. So we are here for a wonderful participation and co-creation on timeship Earth, Gaia herself, new Earth. And so the gold and the amethyst are really about supporting you in this process of clarity and purification, connecting in with your emotions, clearing the energetics of the emotional frequencies from the glandular system, to then put on the purple, the beautiful amethyst, to put the crown on a whole new level of our service work and our divine mission. And again, this can be as simple as how you show up at home with your family and with your friends in your local community, to as large as you want to scale this practice, this process. So I just thank you so much for being here with us for this. And I hope to see you in the course itself. The structure of the course this time, like I shared, we've got 2 activations. There will be an intro video to kind of guide you through the process, and also assign some play work or some homework for you to dive more deeply into the material before starting the activations. And you are welcome to do these both on the same day, If you want to start with the gold activation in the days leading up to the eclipse to really start working with these themes, dissolving the veils, bringing more in to then know where you're headed for your North Star, for your true north with the eclipse. You're welcome to start before with the gold and then go into the purple and the amethyst before the actual eclipse date. Whatever you want to do. So there's really a lot of fluidity here with this. This is a self-paced, on-demand availability of the content for you to work with what your energy feels is most appropriate. The only rule, if we're going to give a rule, is to work with the gold activation first as the first level, because we're preparing the physical body template and the glandular system for immense light quotient upgrades, which are inevitable with this entire process, let alone this activation. But I'm talking about what's going on with the ascension process and the frequencies that are coming down to the planet. So the glandular clearing is actually a very wonderful practice for you going forward for the entire journey to make the physical part of it a little bit more pleasant. I know the physical upgrade symptoms can be extremely intense. That's another reason why I was shown to share these wisdoms that have come through for my own journey now, instead of doing a live course, because usually I'm doing live things to be with you all, is because with these power portals, I'm usually just flat doing the gatekeeping and just taking the energies in and seeing what I'm seeing in that moment and then being able to transcribe them at a later time. So I was really excited to be able to, through the miracles of technology that we have, share these transmissions, these oracle transmissions with you all to support you in this process of stepping up more and more, allowing more of your authentic love and joy and freedom to come forth and express yourself. And this is how we're building New Earth, which is a beautiful co-creative process. So thank you again so much for joining me. Aloha, beloveds. Welcome, welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course of the Amethyst Ray activation for the Eclipse portal. I'm so excited that you're here. I wanted to first welcome you into the Golden Temple space. You can imagine that you're in a golden lotus or whatever beautiful gold that you would like to work with. This is actually an image that I took in the sun the other day of this beautiful Andara being that has been supporting us with so much of this gold ray process of clearing and really anchoring in the divine Christed or the Sophia Christed aspects of our soul, so that then we can step up into these royal codes. It's about that humility and that purity, that love, that abundance of that softness, that golden energy, that balance of our divine feminine and divine masculine within, that is the precursor to an upgrade like the amethyst ray. So thank you so much for coming. Let's get into a little bit of linear, a little bit of logistics first. So the only rule, as mentioned with this course, is to please do the golden activation first. And when you do the amethyst is entirely up to you. You may want to do them on the same day. You may want to do them over and over and over again, keeping in mind that eclipse portals like this are really influencing a larger window of time space for us. So this is like a 6-month process. So what we're doing with these energetics right now is getting clear about our vision and then working with these beautiful beings and these rays, ascended masters and our soul and our own teams to clear ourselves, to prepare for the next action steps, to have the courage to take those action steps, to make the changes and whatever it is that is being asked of us at this time, to be brave and trust ourselves and trust the sacred yes. So with that, I want to invite you to please get a journal, and just to invite you throughout this process to have your journal handy when you're doing the activations, because maybe before or after you're going to be receiving more insight to take note of for focusing your energy and your prayers on, okay, these are what I'm being called to do. These are my goals, and then being open to the action steps for them and whatever emotional clearing has to happen in that process as well. Because as you know, beloveds, when we are shown immense, monumental, magical, beautiful realities that are ours to create, that in truth we have already created, it can bring up a lot of the human fears and the story, which is kind of a contrasting energy, right? It's all about how the magnetics of light work. So you bring up a beautiful high frequency light, and it's going to be a mirror for all of us, all these pieces, all of the geometries, and it's going to then show us, well, where do we have something that doesn't accept that? Where do we have something that isn't that high of a frequency? And this is a lifelong process. So it's supportive for us to get more and more comfortable with, the positivities of density, those that serve us and those that can now leave because we're done with their teaching, with their wisdom. So get out your journal or piece of paper, and I'm going to just give you a little bit of play work to start to review to go with these themes. So I'm going to share with you right now the codes of the eclipse and translate for you these different planets and their elements and their energies, their personalities, what are they symbolically or archetypally representing for us in our world, in our reality, so that you can start to see. And I mean, the soul knows too. You already know a lot of what has to be shifted, and it's uncomfortable. Some of it, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm ever going to do some of these things. Shifts in relationship, perhaps relocations, career changes, boundaries, a lot of really new boundaries for us, right? On many levels. That being said, there's always going to be more little code activations in this code drop for you. So it's this 5D, it's heaven on earth. 5D being the baseline, meaning that purity, that love through the heart gate is the baseline of entering this reality. And what does everything look like? If you're painting this canvas or this movie script of your ideal reality that is heaven on earth, what does it look like? Where is it? Who's there with you? If anybody, what are you doing? What are you not doing? What is the health of the body? What are you eating and imbibing, and the quality of water? It is everything physical, bringing in that higher octave of Venus to Earth. So that's really the Tara that we're going with here, which is the 5D, 7D, New Earth, Gaia, this crystalline, where it is heaven on earth. So starting to take more time to go into the basic categories of the human experience, like health, career, relationships, and money, just to make it really broad. What in these is going to be upgrading? Where do you see that you would love an upgrade? Like, what feels like the most lovely outcome with all of these for all involved? So you want to do this as a written exercise, writing down your dreams and your visions, light ground it into your neurology, into your wiring through writing with the hand, for self and for others, for the world. And this could be a really general, pure prayer that, may all beings be safe, may, like a meta prayer. May all beings be safe. May all beings be loved. May all beings be housed in a beautiful house and have more than enough food and, the basics, the very basics for humanity covered. And then from there, may all of humanity be blessed, that all of their basic survival needs are amply, abundantly provided for with ease and grace and generosity and such pure love for one another that no one goes without, that from there humanity transitions from the survival into the thrival phase of consciousness evolution, where then we are creators, then we are all artists, because we are free from the survival programs, right? So you can see, well, that's the dichotomy that's happening. And part of the intensity of this eclipse is that an eclipse, if you could think of that's the energetic of what an eclipse is doing for our lives. So it's very important that we take the time to ponder and work with these energetics to see, what is it that I'm ready to trim away or to surgically remove? And conversely, being cognizant of not burning bridges, not burning, cutting off our nose to spite our face, these kinds of energetics of pride and anger that are imbalanced, that are too strong, that are actually causing a disservice. So it's really a fine line of having boundaries and honoring everyone involved and saying no thank you to things, cutting things out entirely and doing it with grace, and also being sure that we're not allowing our programming or our old dysfunction from the vagus nerve, which is very triggered with all these light upgrades. You better believe it. All of the human programming and the ancestral programming in the DNA will be triggered because the experience is a consistent spiraling up. So we revisit these themes. They have less stick, they have less hold. We may be able to process and go through them and see them and love them more quickly than ever before because of our light quotient increasing, but they still come around every once in a while. So it's really important to have that compassion and to utilize our conscious awareness as co-creators mindfully, right? So when we think of that eclipse action, it's, what is it that you want to shift? And what is aligned, really balancing those. So we're using divine will here. Because what's happening is that the light of the moon and the sun, they're overlapping one another. So the way that the planets are moving is we're kind of lining up with the two of them and they're covering one another up. So it's like the moon covers the sun a little bit. And we think of the elements of shadow, we think of subconscious with the moon, we think of emotions. Hence, it's so critical to be super mindful that we're not allowing subconscious, programming, fear patterning, and trauma-based thinking and pain body gut responses to be the navigating force. You don't want that driving the Merkaba. You want the integrated higher aspect of you with that perspective driving the Merkaba vehicle. So that's with the solar and lunar components here. Many of us are feeling this as a major activation for, oh my gosh, like I have to move. Like these are just some examples. I have to move and relocate to be around people of more like mind. I'm ready to completely change my lifestyle. This is calling me, that's calling me. All of these different things that are quite large themes and require quite a substantial amount of energy to do. And for some people, it may not be as extreme, but it's still going to be in the physical reality, in the physical experience. So whatever it is for you that is not yet lined up in your physical reality, it could also be the physical body and working through health and realigning ourselves. Whatever is not yet in alignment is coming up for review to ask, do you trust that you can align this, that you can have this? Because a lot of us are addicted to the suffering, so we're still separate. And this is all part of the journey, the ascension of consciousness. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it is what it is. So we see that, and we're here to support one another through that. So this really is an opportunity for a cellular rewrite, activating a new life in the dream timelines, looking more at soul mission or divine calling, also starting to see that we may have had veils up to things that were so natural to us, that, like, for instance, what are the things that people compliment you for all the time? What are the things that people in your life say, oh, you're such a good listener, or, oh, the power of your touch is just unbelievable. Like these little things, or, oh, you're so good with kids. These little tiny things that people have been telling us our whole life is the magnetics of our soul trying to mirror to us, this is what you're meant to do. You're natural at it and it brings you joy and ease and flow. Can you trust the ease? Can you trust your soul? These are the kind of things that are coming through right now for us to reevaluate. When we look at our sacred purpose and our career, maybe we've been overthinking it or pushing in the wrong direction, trying to make something happen. And then there's these other aspects of our life that are so second nature that we don't even consciously register them, right? So this is a rebirth in your entire physical realms, the body, your expression, and the courage to make the big changes. We also have, with this amethyst, when I was reading more about it, it's a crystal of Pisces and of Jupiter. And traditionally in Roman times was used for sobriety. Amethyst, it means to be sober. So it's very interesting themes. With Pisces, we have the oldest of the oldest of the old of the collective consciousness and collective unconsciousness and individual as well. So you can see how deep, because we're still working with a lot of Pisces and Jupiter and Neptune in the sky. This whole year has been working with these themes and we're not done yet. And this eclipse with this amethyst ray coming in to support us is also supportive of relinquishing the attachment to old stories where we know that it's expired. And yet, of course, there's a sense of grieving, a need for grieving that must be honored. Like, wow, that was a huge part of my life. And it got me to here, and I learned so much. And oh, I went through so much with that person with that. But it's time now to let that go. And there's a new way of reframing ourselves in connection to that experience where we're taking the gains and no longer leaking energy from it, or no longer letting that experience override our light or our light quotient. So it really is a full steam ahead energetic for us. The rest of the year is going to continue to be very exciting. Inviting you with these themes shared, taking a breath with that, to maybe take some notes, do a little brainstorming, do a little masterminding on some things that are coming up for you, some goals, things that you're ready to release, things that you're ready to welcome in, and clear seeing, just, asking for the veils to be removed as is appropriate for you, to come into deeper self-seeing and self-knowing and self-trust. And we have some beautiful beings that have come to join us for this process because it is so rigorous, to bring us immense courage and faith and trust in the divine and in those higher realms as we are anchoring them in the physical. It's definitely a challenging thing to say, yeah, you kind of live in this imaginary realm and you're believing and trusting and feeling it so much and feeling how much it lights you up so much that you're allowing it to be birthed through you, through the heart gate into the physical realm, and to trust soul's guidance to show you how that this will happen, the action steps to take, the random people to call, the places to go visit, all of these synchronicities, these divine messages from spirit to show us how to get from A to Z. So we have Saint Joan of Arc, who's such an amazing and powerful Magdalene lineage codex keeper. And she's really about trusting your divine calling and your divine service mission in the face of opposition. If you're experiencing any of that, there's a little bit more of a harshness in society right now as we're seeing this splitting of the timelines, and certain people believe one thing, certain people believe another thing, and it's causing people to split. And some people that don't yet have the tools for nonviolent communication or compassionate communication, meaning that these people not only don't have the access to the tools, but they're still in a great deal of pain themselves, don't know how to consciously communicate. So we're seeing a lot of pretty nasty behavior, humans treating one another with name calling, and it's very indicative of the collective wounded child experience that we all share in. So Saint Joan of Arc is here along with Archangel Ariel, also with that gold frequency here, with that beautiful the lion energy, to support us in our courage and standing in our truth and trusting what we are feeling and hearing from within, even if there's opposition or naysaying or harsh energies, and trusting that we will cut those energies away just by focusing on what is aligned. It'll support us in being able to be very finely tuned into the energies around us and just know, like, oh, I can't talk to that person about that really right now, or this isn't really, it's not really going to go anywhere. It doesn't really serve any purpose. It's more of an ego fight or a battling program of being right. And all of that stuff is all just part of the distraction element, right? So St. Joan of Arc is here to support us with that, along with Archangel Ariel. Saint Germain is here as well, keeper of the violet flame, with the Lyran beings, the beautiful lion beings here, and Kuan Yin as well, with her infinite waters of compassion, which she is pouring down. So again, there's that Pisces, that deep water, that infinite ocean, that infinite water, the vastness of the soul, and starting to anchor in and connect in with that power, with that stability. And that being the rooting, that's how we ground. We're grounded inside, and we're flying really high inside, and we're grounded. It's all within. So these are new foundations, new platforms for us to build upon and root into solidly. And these are many of the things we're going to be exploring in these activations. So I hope you just absolutely love the first activation, the golden ray. It's going to be so much fun. I hope you absolutely love the violet amethyst ray activation, which we'll bring that back here, and that this just gives you a lot of tools to work with going forward. Know that the gold ray activation can be used on a daily basis or anytime you are witnessing extreme emotional stuff coming up. It's to support the glandular system, because all of our emotions, fluctuations of energy and motion, frequencies, they, on the physical level of the body, of the chemistry, right, they affect our chemistry, they affect our neural chemistry. So when we have stress, when we have fear, when we're reliving a traumatic experience or anger, these flood the body with really harsh hormones like cortisol, and they really stress the adrenals out, and it affects our heartbeat. And I mean, it just is, these stress hormones are very powerful. Many of us have a buildup of them from our entire life, and even perhaps preloaded in upon incarnation. So using the golden energies in the golden robes of the golden ray to cleanse the glandular system is something that will support you, because the upgrades are going to continue. We are in solar maximum. So as the light continues to amplify, it's really supportive of us now as a practice to consistently upgrade and clear our glandular system. So the golden light activation is going to show you precisely how to do that. And you could listen to it a few times and then learn how to do it on your own. And it's something you can take out in the sun, in your own mind, and just bringing the sun into all of your glands throughout the body, purifying them. It's just really important that we start working with the subtle energetics of the physical organs, because they are our purification and filtration systems for energetics. Also, with anything environmental going on, and also the collective purging going on. So we could be feeling great, and the collectives may be going through some kind of another upgrade shift to continue to support waking up more and more waves of people. And we're feeling their stuff, and that's still impacting our body. We're just these porous sponges to a lot of what is going on. The body elemental, if you think of this beautiful, sweet little pure innocent creature, that's the consciousness of the body elemental. So we have to almost act like a steward, a parent would to a toddler kind of child consciousness, maybe young child, up into maybe about 4 or 5 years old, that's very open and blown open to everything and exposed. Because if you think about it, I mean, look at the pores on our skin are portals. Like, look how porous we truly are, right? So it's not that we're weak or doing anything wrong, or we're not doing enough clearing, or we're not doing enough. And it's not that we need to have something to be protected from. It's none of that. It's just maintenance. Just like any vehicle, you have to change the air filter, right? It's just to kind of support you in separating that from any of the emotional or stories or programs of anything that's separate. It's like, no, it's just about cleansing out the system so that you can increase your light quotient with less discomfort, ideally, emotionally, socially, psychologically, and physically. So with that, thank you so much for joining me for this. I'm really excited. I hope that this new format serves you well, and I can't wait to hear about it all from you. So thank you, and have a blast, and just wishing you a beautiful, magical eclipse experience. I'm very excited to see where we all are, by the end of the year. And we still have 3 more eclipses to go. So this is just the first round. So thank you, and wishing you all the best joy and trust. And I will see you soon. Aloha. Aloha, beloveds, and welcome, welcome, welcome to this golden Christed light activation of your DNA and nervous system and neurology, light body, to more fully embody the courage codes for the eclipse of April 30th, 2022. These codes of this beautiful Christed golden ray of the Sophia Christ are brought forth with so much love and compassion and cheerleading for you through Saint Joan of Arc, Archangel Ariel, who is one of the amazing archangels here for us, those of us on planet Earth. The Lioness of God, she is called. She also has a masculine counterpart, the Lion of God. And with this lion energy, which is also present with Saint Joan of Arc, we're also bringing in the Lyran beings, the Christed galactics, the lion beings here to support us coming into the Sacred Heart in a whole new way of embodiment in our life, with these codes now being brought forth through us, through our ever-loving hearts, connecting ourselves with the very heart of Regulus, the heart of Leo, the lion. As this eclipse is in the sign of Taurus, which is combining Venus and planet Earth, and allowing us for a more corporeal or physical realm experience of these higher timelines now. This activation is intended to support you in clearing and coming into greater levels of courage and faith, joy, the freedom codes, the cellular liberty to go forward in your holy mission or sacred calling, or showing up from a place of deeper peace and unity consciousness. This transmission is also overseen by a beautiful Christed Sophia golden Andara being, which is the heart of Regulus. So we have the heart of the lion coming through several forms here for us to support us pre-eclipse, to begin a full restoration and cellular rewrite process, including our glandular systems with the gold ray. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are ecstatic to receive you, to share these codes with you, to support you in your everyday, however you choose to scale this in your leadership, whether that's out in the community, with your family, privately in your own home. These are the codes of liberation and ecstasy coming into divine destiny, this divine dispensation overlapping right now in the cosmos, above us, below us, around us, and through our bodies. So we welcome you and invite you now to begin to come into a comfortable position. You're welcome to lie down. Some of us, the energy is being so intense that the spine has to be horizontal. So you're welcome to lie down for this. Have a nice quiet space. Maybe light a candle, light some incense, create your sacred space in your room. And you can lie down or sit down for this activation. We're going to begin by anchoring in with Gaia Sophia. This is the new Earth, 5D and above, crystalline grid. And from there we will proceed to the glandular reset with the golden robes, the transmission brought forth by Chief Golden Light Eagle. So we invite you now, you got your space set up, let's come in. Bringing in that sacred presence, the pure presence, inviting our higher selves, our angels and guides, and helpful ancestors to be with us in this practice. Close your eyes and take the elevator downstairs from the mind into the heart space. Taking some nice deep breaths here into the belly and exhaling out gently through the open lips. We'll start with a little breath. This is a Tai Chi Gong breathing. Breath practice over 3,000 years old from the Lamasery in Tibet with Master Lama Versaji Shakti. Inhaling through the nose, feeling the belly fill with breath, and exhaling gently out through the mouth. This is called the waterfall breath. The inhale brings in the fire. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out gently through open, parted mouth. This is the water. It's a very powerful breath, beloveds, to honor the elementals within and balance the fire dynamic with the water dynamic to support us in being spiritually grounded as the energies continue to accelerate, the solar activity off the charts, our bodies receiving a lot of energy and information. So the waterfall breath can support you all the time, anywhere you are. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Starting to feel that internal quiet. Inviting you to leave everything at the door to your room now. Everything before this moment, the entire day, the family, business, work, all the tasks, everything on the mind, anything other than this moment, just put it all in a lovely box or a bag and leave it at the door. Continuing with your waterfall breathing, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out gently through the mouth. to go deeper with this presence of the breath. And I invite you now to really feel the inhale in the inner parts of your nostrils. Feeling every hair within the nostrils, feeling every piece of prana in that breath coming in through the nose, and then on the exhale through soft parted lips, feeling the air of your breath, sacred breath, the Holy Spirit as you breathe it. So each inhale and exhale, feeling every little subtle nuance of this experience. Expanding time as we do this. Starting to bring more energy and light into the fields, into the aura, into the heart. Seeing the beautiful golden light. Good. Beautiful. And now we ask, as you continue to breathe this way gently, is to now bring your focus to a few inches below your navel. One of the major energy centers. This is the Dantian, one of 3. In traditional Chinese medicine, we're going to start breathing in the golden energy, seeing a huge golden orb or a sun here. Few inches below the navel. Breathing into that center. This is also the location of the holy womb chakra, so we will activate this center for women. It is in your physical womb, and also this etheric chakra coordinate outside in the fields. For men, this is outside in the fields. You have this chakra. And it is an immediate and direct connection to Divine Cosmic Mother. So breathing and feeling the connection through the mother, through your physical birth mother, going all the way back in time, through all the mothers, all the grandmothers, to Divine Cosmic Mother herself, Mahashakti. And we're going to do a Sanskrit mantra now to activate this holy womb chakra for you. So we invite you to just listen to the tones. This is a Sanskrit language, it's a light language. And we're going to activate these centers and continue on with our grounding and running of energy. Just continuing with your breath. And here we go. Om Dim Ram Dim Ram Dim Ram Mama Kama Chakra Prakshalana Avaham. Om Dim Ram Dim Ram Dim Ram Mama Kama Chakra Prakshalana Avaham. Om Dim Ram Dim Ram Dim Ram Mama Kama Chakra Prakshalana Avaham. Om. Continuing your waterfall breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. That mindful, slow, connected breath, feeling it through the nose, through the mouth, through the belly. And we activate this center because it is very crucial to us rebirthing ourself and our entire new timeline and our dream here made manifest into the physical. Beautiful. All right, so now we invite you to envision your abdomen and your legs as a grounding trunk of your favorite tree. And we ask Gaia Sophia, New Earth, 5D and above, crystalline grids, we ask Gaia to receive us. And with her blessing, we now send down a giant root. So our whole bottom half becomes this tree trunk with giant roots, reaching now, anchoring us, grounding down, reaching down through the layers of Gaia, going into the beautiful, dark, fertile, moist soil, seeing the root systems of the tree networks and the mycelium networks, the original internet, a neuron firing of crystalline light in the soil, and seeing our roots connecting with these systems, and we reach deeper down through the layers of Gaia, through the aquifers and beautiful crystalline waters, down through layers of bedrock with crystalline beds, and we can hear the humming, see the energy zapping and pulsing through these crystal beds, going yet down deeper, deeper into the very heart core of Gaia herself. And we see here a beautiful, radiant, sparkling diamond heart crystal, shining a beautiful diamond white rainbow light. And we now wrap our roots 3 times around her heart, the heart of Gaia, wrapping 1, 2, 3 times around her heart, like fingers grasping a stone softly. And begin to feel the energy of Gaia's heart now coming up through our roots and now up through the layers of the earth, bringing that energy, seeing it go all the way up through our roots and now into our body, pulling into the abdomen. This beautiful golden energy of the Sophia Christ in Gaia's form, up now through the body, showering out the crown of the head 3 feet in every direction. So we're going to continue to see a steady, slow stream, ribbons of this golden light energy coming from the heart of Gaia. And we can always pull snugly on our roots, making sure they're wrapped around her so we feel grounded, tethered, connected, stabilized while we go really high within the realms. Continuing to breathe a waterfall breath and running that golden energy up through the body and out the crown of the head. Continuing to run that energy while we breathe here. And now we invite into our room a beautiful grandmother willow tree and a beautiful, massive as well grandfather oak tree. And both of them send their roots down to connect and wrap around Gaia's beautiful heart core also. So they too are pulling up this beautiful golden light, amplifying the space in our room, surrounding us, and the entire room filled with gold light with sparkling particles glittering. And we now invite a circle of redwood trees with their beautiful Venusian energy, they too encircling us and sending their roots down to connect with Gaia's heart core. They too are grounding us, encircling us with their beautiful, loving, ancient, primordial wisdom. Continuing to run the energy, breathing up and out through the crown of the head, seeing it go through your feet, ankles, legs, pulling into the abdomen, going up through all of the chakras, out through the arms, shoulders, and hands, up through the neck, supporting us in removing tension, stress, supporting us in starting to dissolve apprehension, the anxieties, anything in the field which is robbing our peace, starting to feel that transcendence as we surrender in to the golden Christed energies of Gaia herself. And the Lyran beings are here, the beautiful lions are here to support our courage. Mother Mary is here as well to support us. She is at our back. And Saint Joan of Arc is here, holding a rose and a sword in each hand to support our courage, and the sword of truth, the sword of wisdom, of pure magic, of the divinity of the human experience of being a human angel co-creator here on this beautiful planet at this time, welcoming in divine callings, purpose, maybe secret wishes of our imagination, of our highest new earth timelines for ourselves and others and the entire planet. Continuing to run this golden energy. Make sure you can pull on your roots, really feeling that snug connection with Gaia, with her heart core, so you feel tethered, strong, and stabilized here while we float within the higher realms. Continuing to run that beautiful gold up and out through the crown of the head, starting to feel more shift. Beautiful. And now we are going to be reaching up, sending a laser beam of white light from the body out through the crown of the head, reaching up now into the Grand Central Sun to connect with the Sophia Christ energy of the Grand Central Sun. Seeing this beautiful amber gold energy, which is now pouring down from the heavens, pouring down over the crown of the head like a thick honey amber, down the back of the head and the neck, slowly coating the back body, over the shoulders, over the front of the face and neck and throat, coating us simultaneously, this beautiful divine amber honey Christed light, coating the back and the front body, also going out into our fields around, down through the whole body, and a small percentage of this going down our root, down our grounding trunk into Gaia to give to her as we receive from her. So we are now running two currents of energy simultaneously. Come back to the breath, the waterfall breath, and we're seeing this beautiful golden honey amber coming down from the Grand Central Sun, down the body and out. And this beautiful golden sparkling river coming up from Gaia and out the crown of the head. So we're running these two currents. Just continuing to breathe and seeing these two currents running. Coming into the heart, sitting there in the heart space, observing. If you have anything coming up, you can put the plasma in that direction, whether it's a physical discomfort, any pain or tension, any blocks. And that goes for the mind as well, the emotions. Just direct that beautiful energy, both of these different shades that we're working with of gold here. A metallic gold from Gaia that's rivers of light, and a honey amber from the Grand Central Sun. These colors are extraordinarily powerful for physical healing and rebalancing all levels of our beingness. Starting with the mind and the emotions, and then going into the physical body and the energy layers, the energy body. Nourishing the Merkaba vehicle and all of our fields. Beautiful. Okay, so we can stop the running of the energy now. Just breathing, feeling yourself in this space. Feeling the essence of pure potential energy. And we will give a moment before the glandular activation of the golden robes, giving you a moment here, a few moments to be with Saint Joan of Arc, one of the Magdalene Rose lineage, Sophia Christ emanations as a saint, bringing forth courage codes to stand in alignment and share our truth with love and grace, and to be bold and courageous in being our true self in the world and honoring the truth of others simultaneously. And this is part of the sword of truth. So she gifts us here with an activation, placing within our beautiful loving heart space an ornate, gorgeously crafted sword of truth with holy fire and roses. Placing that now into our heart chakra, into our tube torus, into the higher heart and sacred heart chakras, into the physical heart, into the 13th strand of DNA, the divine feminine Christ DNA, activating this. waterfall breath. Beautiful. And you're welcome to have some water if you wish. And we're going to proceed now to the activation of the golden robes. We invite you now to imagine beautiful, gossamer golden robes of light coming forth and wrapping around your shoulders and covering your entire body. And there's also a hood, so we invite you to, with your hands, imagine you are placing this beautiful cloak, these robes of the golden ray around yourself, around your crown. And we are now going to proceed to this activation of the golden road of health to upgrade the glandular systems to be able to physically support an increased light quotient on all layers of your being. When we intend to create and receive our dreams simultaneously, this amount of light can kick up any fear or resistance, any distortions which in the past have prevented us from going all the way, diving off and flying. So this entire activation can be used anytime during your journey beyond this eclipse, but this will support you in the 6 months around this eclipse of manifesting your dream life, your dream reality, or going for that calling that before was far away but now calls you so strongly. This is giving you the courage and the rewiring, the rewriting of the neurology, the DNA. The golden road of health. Greetings, my relations. I am a master of the brotherhoods and sisterhoods of the golden robes of healing. My name is Golden Ray. The stepping stones of the golden road of health are the glands within the human body. Now, glands are the doorways between the spirit and chemistry. We speak here of biochemistry, the waters of inner life. The glands receive the urgings of spirit and manifest waters of many life-giving properties. It is the individual that chooses the strength, the purity, and the essence of their glands. Yet the wisdom path teaches that the glands need to be surrendered to spirit. Spirit alone has the true answers for these stepping stones of health. Know that the glands are in direct relationship to the portals of the aura. Yet we of the golden robes understand that discovery on the path is the excitement of life. So we are not going to make the direct correlation. Instead, we will teach about the nature of the glands. That which is called the sperm place, that which is called the sperm palace or the ovary palace, is the vigor of physical life. The glands which make up this palace are distributed throughout the lower dimensions of the torso. They have many inner hidden pathways, as well as those that are known. The practice of the Hui Yin is the practice of strengthening this sperm or ovary palace. This is the discipline of holding your ground through the contraction of the muscle Hui Yin. To sit forward, you will feel your strength build, because this point, which is below the testes in the male and just below the gift of the woman, is the gateway to the center of the earth. To build the strength of your aura, contact this Hui Yin, or simply sit upon it. Allow the energy that would normally ground to the center of the earth through this channel to instead ground through the tailbone. This process allows the energies of the front channel and the back channel to create that microcosmic orbit, the orbit of the sacred breath, the orbit of the seed of life. If you wish stronger creativity, greater potency, more of a connection to life, then strengthen and bless this gland, the sperm or ovary palace. The kidneys are the glands of personal cleansing. They regulate and purify the waters of life that are within. To be in balance with this element of sacred water, give energy and love to these kidneys. Take special baths, drink good water, focus golden light in them now. The kidneys are your connection to the cosmic ocean. They are your connection to that life which sent you forth through the waters of time. To understand about these glands of the kidney, you must come to understand the wavelengths of sound. Sound is the sacred talking stick of the universe. It is the emanation of water. Those glands, which are called the adrenal glands, give you strength and life power. They are in direct connection to that inner sun, which is known as the solar plexus. Thus, your will and your choices manifest directly in your body through the waters of life which flow from these adrenals. To purify your emotions is to set yourself free to love. By emotions, we mean that energy which cycles back on itself, karmic emotions. The adrenals are especially sensitive to angers, jealousies, and to emotions which stifle inner life or inner light. Therefore, to understand the nectars of true strength, you must purify yourselves of these emotions. These adrenals are also producers of those nectars called endorphins, which are happiness. These adrenals are in direct communication with those higher glands of which we have yet to speak. So, if you wish to open to the power that you are, love these glands, the adrenals, by calming the spirit, establishing peace as your walk, and loving yourself. Great and magical things happen through this doorway of the adrenals. The thymus is the physical doorway of the spiritual heart. Thus, to pray is to activate the nectars of healing. The thymus, the sacred heart, is the wellspring of healing. It is the wellspring of the true essence of love. Know that there is a cherub which guards this gland. To enter into the waters of your inner life, you must go with the innocence of the child. Then all of the benefits of life are yours. These gifts of healing, these gifts of knowing past and present and future, these gifts of the eternal flame of life are all accessed through this doorway, beloved, the sacred heart. This gland of the thymus feeds the molecules, cells, and the exchange of life between all organs and tissues. Thus, enter into that innocent mind and claim the riches of your sacred heart. It is the healing that you have desired. Those glands which are known to you as the thyroid, the throat glands, are really part of the network of the medulla. What we term the lower medulla is the regulatory system for the body. These thyroid glands truly are your receptors of cosmic vibration. They operate in the realm of the sacred word, the sacred sound. They emit those essences which allow understanding. They are in direct communion with Sacred Heart. The gift of speech and understanding of universal language lies within these glands. They are the manufacturers of the waters that feed the heart and the mind. They are the support system that receives the cosmic word and translates it into organic life. Pure speech purifies the thyroid and allows receptivity to that which is pure. The essence of the thyroid, the essence of these throat glands, is the essence of universal understanding. What we call the upper medulla or the medulla channel, is again a network of glands which include the unification of the pituitary and pineal. The mother gland of this network is known as the well of dreams. It is accessed through the bump at the back of the head. You're welcome now, beloved, to bring your hand to the back of your head where your skull connects in to the cervical spine, feeling the notch there, going up higher at the back of the skull and feeling this bump, the upper medulla. Placing your hand there to connect. This is the sacred entry portal of spirit, a very private place. This well of dreams, which is the upper medulla, is your connection to that dream time of the fourth world, which emanates from the fifth world of unity. Spirit sends to you those dreams which you need. These sacred thoughts are received in the medulla and are translated as energy, chemistry, and waters of life to bathe the brain in what it means, reality. The pituitary gland is responsible for vision and sacred sight in order to understand the essence and the purposes of light. This is the gland which is behind the workings of that third eye. It is the receiver of cosmic frequency. It is the starry interpreter. The pineal gland is that gland which receives the essence of spirit, which guards and opens the kopavi, that crown, to allow in the higher nature. The pineal gland is the direct translator of true nature. The pineal produces those energies and essences which bestow the life of the Creator. It is your connection to higher mind. Now, we of the brotherhoods and the sisterhoods of the golden robes have described 6 complexes of glands. These explanations are to awaken this memory which is within the glands. They will teach you what you need to know. To cleanse the glands is to open the doorways to your own portals, those portals which are in your aura. It is also to balance the waters of life within you. Visualize the symbol of spiritual strength, health, and happiness within each of these glands with the understanding that you have of them. So now, beloved, see a symbol. It could be the rose, it could be the sword, it could be the holy fire flame, it could be a lotus. Whatever is very meaningful for you. You may see it in your third eye. So let's visualize the symbol of spiritual strength, health, and happiness within each of these glands. So we will see these symbols now in your sex, in the kidneys. These are at the low back, underneath the ribs. In the adrenals, which are the little hats that sit on top of the kidneys. Into the thymus, which is at the collarbones. Into the thyroid at the throat. Into the upper medulla, or medulla channel here, the back of the head. Into the pituitary gland in the third eye there in the center of the brain, between the eyebrows in the deep center. The pineal gland in the same area. Beautiful. The energies and frequencies of your symbol and of the golden robes will purify all your glands in grace and in fullness. We of the brotherhoods and sisterhoods of the golden robes wish for you to call upon us during this process. We will guard and guide the steps of this cleansing. The cleansing of the glands is a gradual project. It is a path For within the glands are the signatures of your karma, as well as the blessedness of your dharma. To purify your glands is to unfold your destiny. Just taking a few breaths here, letting all of that begin to kind of sink in and filter in. Keeping the eyes closed, just focusing on the breath. You bring your hands to your heart if you wish, hands and heart and belly, to throat. You can bless all of your centers. Gently touching the crown of the head, gently touching the third eye, gently touching the mouth, gently touching the throat, gently touching the collarbones at the higher heart thymus area, and then in between at the sternum for the heart chakra, solar plexus, navel, down, first and second chakras, blessing your sex. Bringing the palms together in reverence and in gratitude, and we ask for all of this beautiful coding to now fully rewire and hardwire, upgrading the software of our light bodies with this beautiful DNA activation, bringing in the golden robes of light around our shoulders, around our entire body, to encircle us. We are enrobed in this beautiful gossamer crystalline plasma, gold. And it is now a permanent portion of the field that we can access at any time. It lives within the heart. All we need to do is call upon it and come into this space and sit and work with our glandular system directly with these blessings. So thank you so much for joining us for this portion of the eclipse activation. And we will see you soon for the next activation of the Amethyst ray. When you are ready, open your eyes, have some water. You may need to ground with food. It may be of service to you to go outside and walk around in nature to ground this in, keeping yourself in this place. Do not allow your mind to leave this place, which has been built within the temples of your own body and your light body and your heart. And you may want to journal, see what's coming through, see what's being revealed, and use this process as many times as you feel going forward to continually expand into your love light and into your faith and your trust of the path, the mission, the callings, the dream, the visions, whatever you are shown, whatever your heart desires and dreams, whatever soul guidance is showing you, to continue to build these bridges of sacred trust and faith in ourselves, our connection to the divine, and in our dream. So we are ever weaving in this love light. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Welcome, beloveds, to the Amethyst Ray Eclipse activation. This is part 2 of this Eclipse Mastery Empowerment course activation. So if you have not yet done the Golden Glands activation, please pause this recording, proceed with the Golden Glands activation. It is vitally important that you do the exercises in order for the optimum experience and for your own energetic alignment. The Golden Glands exercise is to create the wiring in place and to purify body, mind, and spirit so that we may then take in the amethyst ray for the next portion. So one is receiving healing and expanding the fields in our light quotient to then go into the second part, which is divine destiny, the indigo coming through, the beautiful purple amethyst ray coming through. So let us proceed. Welcome to this amethyst ray activation for the eclipse portal of April 30th, 2022. First, a little bit of code about this beautiful eclipse. This eclipse is in 10 degrees of Taurus on April 30th, and it is a partial solar eclipse. Solar has to do with our identity, our public relations, how we are showing up in community and in our families and for ourselves, how we are expressing ourselves, any sacred calling or divine service mission. Starting to see how, with Taurus, seeing now how our external and physical reality must match up with what we feel to be true and what we deeply desire in our sacred hearts for our life experience. Taurus is the zodiac sign of Gaia, the Earth, and Venus. So this eclipse activation is all about embodying and bringing our dream life, our Venusian, deepest, most beautiful, exquisite magic and purity of the higher realms of the Hathors and the Venusians here into our earthly experience, bridging the material with the spiritual in a holy matrimony. This is the first eclipse with the particular head and tail, or the nodes of fate of the dragon, which we have now. The north node, or the north star, or the future focus, what we are building right now, is in Taurus, the same as the eclipse. The south node, or the tail, or the past karma that we are now looking more deeply in earnest to clear, to come more into our authenticity, is in Scorpio. So there's deep clearing, perhaps dark night of the soul and shadow work that we have been invited to see, to be in alignment with our North Star. What is calling us? What's the next chapter? Amethyst is the crystal of Pisces and Jupiter, the sacred waters of life and spirit. It is known as a crystalline ray of peace. With the amethyst ray, we're also bringing forth the holy fire, that indigo fire of transformation, of new earth now, and that we can share this birthing of this whole new reality with others. And for many of us, this may be part of our next chapter of how that's going to be expressed. Maybe there's certain groups we want to focus our work with now, animals, children, the planet herself, different specialties. Our galactic specialist aspects are going to become more activated with this amethyst ray, because this is also our divine royalty. It's bringing in the Christed royalty of our galactic higher self aspects. So this is the holy fire, that violet fire. And bringing in these energies, we have Saint Joan of Arc, who's also here with us with the golden ray, Archangel Ariel, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin with her waters of compassion for us, for self and others, the golden dragon, the golden phoenix, and the Lyrans, the Christed galactic lion beings from Lyra or Lyra. So just kind of sitting with these codes, the intention with this activation is to support you for a full cellular rewrite for this eclipse portal, which realize that the linear date denotes, yes, the actual cosmic event in the math, but that the energetics of this are 6 months minimum. So this is a divine strategy session for you to activate the new life, your dream timeline, soul mission, divine calling, a rebirth in your entire life with this Taurus, with the eclipse being in Taurus and the North Node where we are headed in Taurus. This is an extreme evaluation to see all the aspects of our life and what is an authentic expression of our highest joy. Where do we want to live? Who do we want to live with or be surrounded by? Who are our tribe? What does the nature have to look like around us? Or do we want an urban life? What is it that is most aligned at this time? What does our physical surrounding look like? Our home? How is it decorated? What about our food, our physical health, the quality of water? What is calling to you in the divine material realms? Higher new earth frequencies in the material physical reality. So Taurus and Earth and Venus are bringing in the physical realms, the body. What are your dreams for your body? If you've been living with pain and discomfort or dis-ease or imbalances, what are your dreams for your physical health? And that's why the golden activation is so important for this, because we're doing all of this glandular cleansing for the upgrades. This is giving you the courage to make big changes, to bond your vision with your heart, and supporting the light body so that all of it can come forth. So sitting with these codes now, we also invite you to have your journal. And we're going to prepare for the activation. We invite you to have any of your notes with you of what the vision is, as per some of the play work before this portion of the activation. Because after this activation, you may want to be able to take notes, revisions, new insights. With this amethyst ray, we're going to be calling in clear vision to have the courage to release that which no longer serves, that which no longer is in alignment. And this can be an intense initiation because endings are intense. There's a finality that can sometimes cause grief, but it's about trusting the heart and trusting the inner gnosis, trusting the inner Sophia, the inner wisdom we have been receiving. The soul knows, our souls know. And so with that, these are some of the intentions of this activation for you. So I want to invite you to get your water, get your candle, incense, begin to set up your ritual space. If you want to, you can even get some purple clothing or fabric, ribbon, crystals, amethyst crystals if you have. Just bring in the purple ray, or flowers if you have those in your area. So we welcome you and invite you now to begin to come into a comfortable position. You're welcome to lie down. Some of us, the energy is being so intense that the spine has to be horizontal. So you're welcome to lie down for this. Have a nice quiet space. Maybe light a candle, light some incense, create your sacred space in your room. And you can lie down or sit down for this activation. We're going to begin by anchoring in with Gaia Sophia. This is the new earth, 5D and above, crystalline grid. And from there we will proceed to the glandular reset with the golden robes, the transmission brought forth by Chief Golden Light Eagle. So we invite you now, you got your space set up, let's come in. Bringing in that sacred presence, the pure presence, inviting our higher selves, our angels and guides, and helpful ancestors to be with us in this practice. Close your eyes and take the elevator downstairs from the mind into the heart space. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Into the belly and exhaling out gently through the open lips. We'll start with a little breath. This is a Tai Chi Gong breathing. Breath practice over 3,000 years old from the Lamasery in Tibet with Master Lama Versace Shakti. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly fill with breath, and exhaling gently out through the mouth. This is called the waterfall breath. The inhale brings in the fire. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out gently through open, parted mouth. This is the water. It's a very powerful breath, beloveds, to honor the elementals within and balance the fire dynamic with the water dynamic. To to support us in being spiritually grounded as the energies continue to accelerate. The solar activity off the charts, our bodies receiving a lot of energy and information. So the waterfall breath can support you all the time, anywhere you are. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Starting to feel that internal quiet. Inviting you to leave everything at the door to your room now. Everything before this moment, the entire day, the family, business, work, all the tasks, everything on the mind, anything other than this moment, just put it all in a lovely box or a bag and leave it at the door. Continuing with your waterfall breathing, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out gently through the mouth. And we're going to go deeper with this presence of the breath. And I invite you now to really feel the inhale in the inner parts of your nostrils. Feeling every hair within the nostrils, feeling every piece of prana in that breath coming in through the nose, and then on the exhale through soft parted lips, feeling the air of your breath, sacred breath, the Holy Spirit as you breathe it. So each inhale and exhale, feeling every little subtle nuance of this experience. Expanding time as we do this. Starting to bring more energy and light into the fields, into the aura, into the heart. Seeing the beautiful golden light. Good. Beautiful. And now we ask, as you continue to breathe this way gently, is to now bring your focus to a few inches below your navel. One of the major energy centers. This is the Dantian, one of 3. In traditional Chinese medicine, we're going to start breathing in the golden energy, seeing a huge golden orb or a sun here. Few inches below the navel. Breathing into that center. This is also the location of the holy womb chakra, so we will activate this center for women. It is in your physical womb, and also this etheric chakra coordinate outside in the fields. For men, this is outside in the fields. You have this chakra. And it is an immediate and direct connection to Divine Cosmic Mother. So breathing and feeling the connection through the mother, through your physical birth mother, going all the way back in time, through all the mothers, all the grandmothers, to Divine Cosmic Mother herself, Mahashakti. To do a Sanskrit mantra now to activate this holy womb chakra for you. So we invite you to just listen to the tones. This is a Sanskrit language, it's a light language. And we're going to activate these centers and continue on with our grounding and running of energy. Just continuing with your breath. And here we go. Om Dim Ram Dim Ram Dim Ram Mama Kama Chakra Prakshalana Avaham. Om Dim Ram Dim Ram Dim Ram Mama Kama Chakra Prakshalana Avaham. Om Dim Ram Dim Ram Dim Ram Mama Kama Chakra Prakshalana Avaham. Om. Continuing your waterfall breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. That mindful, slow, connected breath, feeling it through the nose, through the mouth, through the belly. And we activate this center because it herself and our entire new timeline and our dream here made manifest into the physical. Beautiful. All right, so now we invite you to envision your abdomen and your legs as a grounding trunk of your favorite tree. And we ask Gaia Sophia, New Earth, 5D and above, crystalline grids, we ask Gaia to receive us. And with her blessing, we now send down a giant root. So our whole bottom half becomes this tree trunk with giant roots, reaching now, anchoring us, grounding down, reaching down through the layers of Gaia, going into the beautiful, dark, fertile, moist soil, seeing the root systems of the tree networks and the mycelium networks, the original internet, a neuron firing of crystalline light in the soil, and seeing our roots connecting with these systems, and we reach deeper down through the layers of Gaia, through the aquifers and beautiful crystalline waters, down through layers of bedrock with crystalline beds. We can hear the humming, see the energy zapping and pulsing through these crystal beds, going yet down deeper, deeper into the very heart core of Gaia herself. And we see here a beautiful, radiant, sparkling diamond heart crystal, shining a beautiful diamond white rainbow light. And we now wrap our roots 3 times around her heart, the heart of Gaia, wrapping 1, 2, 3 times around her heart, like fingers grasping a stone softly. And begin to feel the energy of Gaia's heart now coming up through our roots and now up through the layers of the earth, bringing that energy, seeing it go all the way up through our roots and now into our body, pulling into the abdomen. This beautiful golden energy of the Sophia Christ in Gaia's form, up now through the body, showering out the crown of the head 3 feet in every direction. So we're going to continue to see a steady, slow stream, ribbons of this golden light energy coming from the heart of Gaia. And we can always pull snugly on our roots, making sure they're wrapped around her so we feel grounded, tethered, connected, stabilized while we go really high within the realms. Continuing to breathe the waterfall breath and running that golden energy up through the body and out the crown of the head. Continuing to run that energy while we breathe here. And now we invite into our room a beautiful grandmother willow tree and a beautiful, massive as well grandfather oak tree. And both of them send their roots down to connect and wrap around Gaia's beautiful heart core also. So they too are pulling up this beautiful golden light, amplifying the space in our room, surrounding us, and the entire room filled with gold light with sparkling particles glittering. And we now invite a circle of redwood trees with their beautiful Venusian energy, they too encircling us and sending their roots down to connect with Gaia's heart core. They too are grounding us, encircling us with their beautiful, loving, ancient, primordial wisdom. Continuing to run the energy, breathing up and out through the crown of the head, seeing it go through your feet, ankles, legs, pulling into the abdomen, going up through all of the chakras, out through the arms, shoulders, and hands, up through the neck, supporting us in removing tension, stress, supporting us in starting to dissolve apprehension, the anxieties, anything in the field which is robbing our peace, starting to feel that transcendence as we surrender in to the golden Christed energies of Gaia herself. And the Lyran beings are here, the beautiful lions are here to support our courage. Mother Mary is here as well to support us. She is at our back. And Saint Joan of Arc is here, holding a rose and a sword in each hand to support our courage, and the sword of truth, the sword of wisdom, of pure magic, of the divinity of the human experience of being a human angel co-creator here on this beautiful planet at this time, welcoming in divine callings, purpose, maybe secret wishes of our imagination, of our highest new earth timelines for ourselves and others and the entire planet. Continuing to run this golden energy. Make sure you can pull on your roots, really feeling that snug connection with Gaia, with her heart core, so you feel tethered, strong, and stabilized here while we float within the higher realms. Continuing to run that beautiful gold up and out through the crown of the head, starting to feel more shift. Beautiful. And now we are going to be reaching up, sending a laser beam of white light from the body out through the crown of the head, reaching up now into the Grand Central Sun to connect with the Sophia Christ energy of the Grand Central Sun. Seeing this beautiful amber gold energy, which is now pouring down from the heavens, pouring down over the crown of the head like a thick honey amber, down the back of the head and the neck, slowly coating the back body, over the shoulders, over the front of the face and neck and throat, coating us simultaneously, this beautiful divine amber honey Christed light, coating the back and the front body, also going out into our fields around, down through the whole body, and a small percentage of this going down our root, down our grounding trunk into Gaia to give to her as we receive from her. So we are now running two currents of energy simultaneously. Come back to the breath, the waterfall breath, and we're seeing this beautiful golden honey amber coming down from the Grand Central Sun, down the body and out, and this beautiful golden sparkling river coming up from Gaia and out the crown of the head. So we're running these two currents, just continuing to breathe and seeing these two currents running. Sitting there in the heart space, observing. If you have anything coming up, you can put the plasma in that direction, whether it's a physical discomfort, any pain or tension, any blocks. And that goes for the mind as well, the emotions. Just direct that beautiful energy, both of these different shades that we're working with of gold here. A metallic gold from Gaia that's rivers of light, and a honey amber from the Grand Central Sun. These colors are extraordinarily powerful for physical healing and rebalancing all levels of our beingness, starting with the mind and the emotions, and then going into the physical body and the energy layers, the energy body. Nourishing the Merkaba vehicle and all of our fields. Beautiful. Okay, so we can stop the running of the energy now. Just breathing, feeling yourself in this space. Feeling the essence of pure potential energy. And we are now going to proceed with the amethyst ray directly after this beautiful energetic cleansing. So I want to invite you now in your mind's eye to see the beautiful glittering amethyst crystal, and just imagining your whole body turning into an amethyst crystal. So all of a sudden now you are an amethyst crystal. Just continuing to breathe with that beautiful waterfall breath. going to be bringing in the mantra with Saint Germain. Saint Germain is now here for us. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And then seeing just this beautiful, starting at the feet, this swirling violet flame, beautiful amethyst, violet, lavender, magenta pink, swirling at your feet in a circular motion. And this is going to actually be going in a counterclockwise motion, starting at the feet, swirling at the feet, and breathing that waterfall breath, and seeing this spiraling violet fire dancing around the entire body, from feet to crown, spiraling. So we're in this beautiful egg shape of amethyst ray, of violet holy fire, and calling upon Saint Germain and Kuan Yin and Saint Joan of Arc to support us now in purifying with this holy violet fire our energy fields, to support us in burning away veils which have blocked us from clear sight, clear vision, anything trapped in the pain body which has made it harder for us to see or to accept our worthiness, to accept our divine royal preciousness that we are here as a soul in the human body, having this incredibly magical human experience, the gift of being able to experience the various frequencies, a tapestry of emotion, whether more or less comfortable. We are so gifted here in the body. So we ask these beautiful ascended masters to support us now in surrendering any apprehension or fear that we may feel when it comes to closing doors, closing chapters to the old. Allowing our faith and our love and our trust and our connection with our soul, our guidance from our soul, higher self, to be a stronger presence. We ask Saint Germain and Kuan Yin and Saint Joan of Arc and Archangel Ariel to support us in a deeper level of entrainment in our neurology, an embodiment, a cellular level of our holy I Am presence, and bringing in the sacred elementals. So we are connecting with the body elemental as well. So if earth, air, fire, water, ether, or Akasha, all present within us, inviting these elements to balance, giving thanks for the alchemy of breath, a gift of Holy Spirit in action through us. Inhaling in through the nose that holy fire, the Holy Spirit, violet, amethyst flame, and exhaling out through softly parted lips. So we're going to do 3 of these. So inhaling that beautiful amethyst ray in through the nostrils and feeling the prana inside the nostrils on the in-breath. A gentle exhale out through softly parted lips. And twice more, inhaling the violet fire, amethyst ray. Exhaling out through the mouth. And once more. And this way we are balancing mindfully with every breath now, and training that too to rewrite in our cellular library of being, the body, which is a crystalline library, our body, storing all the stories in the tissues and the crystals. Remembering now the sacredness of the breath and that unifying of the contrasting elements of nature, one could say polarity or duality, yin and yang, water and fire, the inhale the fire, the exhale the water, the inhale the fire, the exhale the water, the inhale is the fire, the exhale is the water through the mouth. So that we are living, breathing, imbibing in unity consciousness, this beautiful infinity loop of the breath, an interaction with all of creation through the breath, There's a reason that breath, the breathing in, the inhale is called the inspiration. It is the inhaling of spirit, the Holy Spirit in the breath. And here to support us, we have a beautiful golden dragon. And you can actually ask this golden dragon, if you feel the resonance, to come and sit on your shoulders and look out at the back of your head, the back of your neck. So it has your back. It's looking behind you to support your vision on all levels. Also offering extra armor of God quality integration for the mouth of God chakra, that sacred portal of entry there at the medulla, at the base of the neck. We ask the golden dragon to support us in purifying anything that may be hanging out at the back of the neck. Any old Atlantean bits, just burning away with the violet fire and the golden breath of the dragon. Clearing the back of the neck. And the guides invite you to be cognizant of smudging the back of your neck and one another too. Every so often. This is back of the body, harder to see. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to now proceed to the Holy Amethyst Ray activation as brought forth by our divine brother on the other side, Chief Golden Light Eagle, also known as Standing Elk. The Holy Amethyst awakens one to cosmic community. Beloved ones of light, I am here to gift you the violet presence of Holy Amethyst. Beloved Lord Zadkiel, my twin flame, dost stand here with me to deliver a message of mercy unto the peoples. We also wish you to understand the circle of life as well. Let it be known that your vibration is your passport to the stars. Thus, as the Devas have taken you within, understand that into your spirit there are 9 levels or dimensions for your understanding. Vibration is the key to dimensionality. The vibration of your choice does lift you into the higher planes of light and peace, or vibration may lower you to that karma of your desire. At this time, the sacred councils have blessed Holy Amethyst to give the people an understanding of Jacob's ladder. If you wish to climb the stairway unto heavens, understand you start with Mother Earth. She is mother of your choice and is a teacher far beautiful and serene. Understand also that the second rung of the heavens is Grandmother Moon that is around you. It is Grandmother that helps you walk the 13-fold path of life. Understand that the 3rd rung of Jacob's ladder is your own Father Son, who does love you and nourish you and does create this 3rd world reality that you do enjoy. Understand that the 4th rung unto heavens of your origin is that of bright shining star Venus, the morning star. Thus, the teachings of the sacred path of 44 come unto your world. 11, 11, 11, 11 is indeed the gateway to the 5th world of spirit, which are 7 sacred stars, the Pleiades. This is the path which you came unto where you are, beloved ones. Do understand that the sun, central of this Pleiadian walk, is that one known as Sirius. The 6th world of spirit is the 6 stars of the sacred directions, understand you. The path of humanity does reach back to the 7th world and the great ascension of light, and you find that place, Lyra or Lyra, and your origins upon Vega, a star there. This indeed is the portal from which your soul star came from, the 8th world of spirit, that freedom star reality and realms known as Arcturus, a favorite of your Lady's Grace, Holy Amethyst, and of that mighty cosmic Elohim, Arcturus. Thus, from that stargate of freedom did you come unto this universe. Understand, through the twin realities of Andromeda, Milky Way. As one portal, this twin galaxy universe is our doorway to Creator and those dimensions beyond. Thus, understand, dear peoples, that the path from your origin to where you are is this starry path of your walk. Please understand, O peoples, that this path is anchored with Mother Earth. To look up is to honor the earth, O peoples. The stars are here with you. Let the Mother be with Mother Earth. Let the people be with Mother Earth as well. Thus, we say to you, O peoples, choose your vibration, for each of you has a plane of favored desire. Upon one plane or another of these celestial spheres does your true presence and sacred path exist. Should you exist in the sixth celestial world, then you would know yourself as a Sirius delegate, as a being of Sirius, so to speak. And should you feel strong connection to Father, Son, and our solar family here, we would say that your true path and your spirit is in the third celestial world. Should you be way out there, so to speak, with a mission of Creator's import, that you would remember directly your spirit, which is in Andromeda, the land of the grandmothers and the grandfathers. So understand, people, that you rise through the celestial tree by the choice of your vibration. And thus unto you, holy Amethyst does give 3 gifts. First is the gift of your speech. May your speech be pure and loving. Also is the gift of thought. May your thought be gentle and strong. And more is the gift of feeling. May you follow the true feelings of the wellspring of your intuition. Follow these 3 gifts, O people, and soon you will rise to your true vibration. The portals of your celestial home will open in the auric rainbow of your presence. For you, O peoples, are the representatives of the stars. Within you, naturally unfolding, is the vibration of sacredness. You each, as trees of life of Mother Earth, dost ground yourself in the mystery of earth, and dost raise thy branches into the celestial spheres to claim your star heritage. Thus understand, O peoples, that as trees of life of Mother Earth, you too are earth stars, and shall dance with the devas as grandfathers and grandmothers of wisdom and peace. Do understand that the sacred rainbow of these starlights that are with you support your path at every pace, cover your needs before they appear, and secure the power of your sacred future when you pray least, yet wish it from the heart. Thus understand, peoples, that to be what you is reflects that vibration of joy. Beloved ones, joy is the 5th world of peace. It is the reality of Grandmother Hummingbird that is here. Cannot you feel, O peoples, the sacred vibrations of the hummingbird? Should you choose to attune to the 5th world reality, you will learn the teaching of Grandmother Hummingbird. And you will understand, O peoples, the sacred vibration of the cosmic ocean. For, beloved ones, the universe is alive with song, and is alive with light, and is alive with vibration. These 3 pillars of the cosmic dance dost teach and unfold within you every moment of your understanding. And as does that full consciousness unfold, dear ones, your dance will be the dance of joy. I am, beloved, holy Amethyst, giving unto the peoples the sacred teachings of the Spirit through the rising vibrations of your remembrance, that you may walk with Grandmother Owl the circle of truth, that you may walk the circle of mystery with the devas within, that you may walk the cycles of spirit with the amethyst star Kachina. Beloved ones, these sacred star laws are paths worthy of travel. They are the within path. They are the without path. They are the one circle and all. They are the emanations of Creator's heart, beloved ones. They are the laws that we, the ascended ones, follow as well. I am, beloved, holy Amethyst, releasing the violet freedom unto the peoples through the grace of the universal law of light and sound and vibration. Blessings be unto all the peoples. May the light and the song and the presence of your true being be with you now. And so it is. Just taking some deep breaths here. And you may be guided to do some movement with this, maybe some dancing to some beautiful activating music, some conscious ecstatic dance to ground this into the body, letting the dance be the prayer to finalize this transmission, perhaps taking notes in your journal, going outside to ground this into nature, maybe doing all three in nature. And we thank you so much for joining us for this Amethyst Ray Eclipse activation, and are so excited for you to activate the new life dream timelines and to go forward and follow the sacred yes, and resorting back to the why. So it's the why, the sacred why am I doing this? Why am I called? Why am I here? And following with that, the sacred yes. What enlivens you the most? Feeling the energy of yes, a sacred yes, reverberating through you. That frequency of joy is the key. And this can be a very useful tool to begin to assess what is ready to leave, what chapters are closing. A wonderful way to navigate is the tool of the sacred yes. Is this giving me a sacred yes when I hold this up? Or is it kind of meh or a no? And that will support us, beloveds, in navigating what comes with us as we jump through to quantum leap right now in this eclipse. I'm so excited for you, and I wish you so much magic and joy, faith, and courage for these next 6 months. I look forward to seeing what has evolved for you, what have you created, and where you are in the journey. So blessings so much to you and so much love. This is Marissa Indigo Miracles, signing off from Divine DNA Blueprint Mystery School for this beautiful Mastery Empowerment course of the Amethyst Ray, activating your royal star DNA. So much love. Until the next time.